Hey, Monkeys fans. Welcome to another Podcast Valley Sunday. I am one of your hosts, Chris Paco.
I'm the other host, Jeff Cameron.
And we're picking up our bottom of the countdown, bottom 10. Right here. I hope you've had a good week. I've had a good week. It seems like it's been seconds.
It's been, days are flying by, Paco. All right, so we've made it all the way up to the top 10, or bottom 10. But before we get to those, I think it's time for a little variation on one of our features here at Podcast Valley Sunday. It's time for some dishonorary slip-ins. If you've been listening to the show, first of all, thank you. Second of all, one of the things we do here to get some of the lesser-known tunes onto the countdown is we pop in one or two of the B-sides, rarities, what have yous, of which there are a bunch of the Monkeys that we fans kind of dig and enjoy. But today, we're going to pick out a couple not-so-great tunes just to enshrine them down here in the jellies. And it'll also ease a couple tunes out of the jellies at the same time. So, without further ado, Paco, if you've picked out a jelly, let's hear it.
I have. Okay, my jelly comes from Missing Links Volume 1.
Uh-huh.
It's and we don't know each other's jellies, so there might be a chance we picked the same jelly. Who knows?
I'm starting to feel like it's the same jelly.
Oh, man, really?
Just hit it.
All right, we'll count to 3. We'll say it at the same time, and if it's the same one, it'll be amazing. And if not, we won't put it in.
Okay, go.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Teeny tiny gnome. Of course, it's teeny tiny gnome.
Kicked stones on an old dirt road, feeling dejected and all alone. When I looked up ahead, thought my mind I'd blown. On a giant toadstool sat a teeny tiny gnome.
You know what? We don't need any other
That's
jellies.
hilarious.
It's jelly enough.
I woke up earlier today, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go through all of these. I'm going to see which ones. I'm going to listen to all the missing links and find one. And I put the first one. I looked at the first disc, and I was like, teeny tiny gnome. That's the one. I listened to it just to hear it again, and that's hilarious.
No, yeah, I think there's no other way to go. I didn't even have a second choice.
No,
So maybe that's just what we'll do. We're just going to dishonorarily slip in Teeny Tiny Gnome.
Ka-boing!
Our new number 11th from the bottom here at Podcast Valley Sunday. Congratulations, Teeny Tiny Gnome. Written by Lynn Castle and Wayne Irwin, who are clearly on some sort of psychedelics.
It starts off weird, and it never gets its footing, and it's the whole...
that weird little kaploing sound effect.
The only bright point of the song, it's not even like a super bright point by any means, but the solo is so unworldly and insane that it's just so interesting, and it really made me be like, wow, like look at that, like that's really cool, that thing. But then it goes right back into the nonsense, which is just like I never thought of Peculiar. It has a great bridge solo thing. But you're just circling the drain, like it's just it's tricky. It's definitely a very well-deserved dishonorary slip-in.
Man, what a piece of crap! If they had an episode based on this song, where they encountered a gnome,
that would have been that seems like a late season 2 kind of episode.
Oh my God, they get a gnome and he's played by like Frank Zappa or something.
Oh man, that'd be amazing.
Just camera tricks. They make him little. He's got a pointy red hat on.
Follow me. Song's pretty white.
So am I, man. What can I tell you?
That's a great line back. So am I, man.
It was great to have Davey have a reply ready for someone calling his music white. With that, we've made it all the way up to the top 10 / bottom 10 of our Podcast Valley Sunday Jelly Down. And it's our second Mike song of the day. It's Never Tell a Woman Yes, which we pulled in episode 4 on our first day of recording Podcast Valley Sunday.
One thing with this song is there's a ton of lyrics.
Yes, it's like a short story.
And there's not really a chorus. It's just like, yeah, it's like a big long story that kind of keeps on going, which is pretty cool, you gotta say, or I gotta say. Boom! But yeah, the thing I would like about it is that it's definitely, yeah, like a big long story. It's Mike kind of stretching out and doing new things, which is something from reading his books and now from even talking with him. It's like within him to do that. Like he doesn't like to stay in a box and likes to see what he can get away with.
Yeah. He just goes where he's compelled to go. And I don't know if it's ever led him wrong. Sometimes I think he thinks it's led him wrong, but it leads him to good stuff.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's more of a step back and look at everything and take it in rather than being in the moment and dealing with it. Okay.
And this was on the Monkees Present.
Yep.
Present. Back in 1968.
All right, so here at number 9, we're breaking into the bottom 10. We've got
Number
I Can't
9,
Get Her Off of My Mind.
Number nine. Sorry, excuse me. Force of habit.
She walks by every day about this time, and I don't think I'll ever get her off of my mind.
From the Headquarters album.
It's the Hard to Believe of Headquarters.
Pretty much, man. Again, it's one of those jaunty piano plinky plink songs that they throw in every now and again.
Yep.
I don't really know. It's a perfect early Davy Monkees song, just about a girl and walking down the street. I could see him walking with an umbrella down the street and then doing a little dance with it, just being full on Davy Jones with this song.
She's got my jacket.
And it's got this lengthy title. I can't get her off of my mind, but they never actually say that phrase. It's, and I don't think I'll ever get her off of my mind.
That's true.
So it's one of those things where they can't fit the whole actual chorus title line in there. They just kind of smush it down a little, and there you have it. So far, that's our lowest song on what we consider to be the strongest albums. I would say.
Yeah, I'm see, and again, I also feel what episode did we bring this in on?
This is number 8.
So again, I feel like this is a song that got put on the bottom quick and just got piled on top of. Yeah, it's the laundry at the bottom of the thing. It didn't make it into the first load, so then you put more clothes on top of it, and you're eventually like, what happened to that shirt? I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it, and all of a sudden, I can't get it off my mind. Then you find it there.
Yes. By the end of that first weekend, it was third from the bottom.
Yeah, so
it scooched its way up a little since then.
But I feel like if we pulled it now, it wouldn't be in the bottom 10. It would be.
Think so?
I don't think so.
A little higher?
Yeah.
A little higher, okay.
I think, yeah. But anyway, neither here nor there.
Would you say that about our next song at number 8 from Poulet, Secret Heart?
Ooh, it's no secret. This song breaks my heart.
There was someone had posted it on the Monkees, one of the Monkees groups on FB. They're like, I like this song, but who's the woman singing Secret Heart? Someone commented, that woman is Mickey. Is on Poulet, written by Fairweather and Page, which sounds like a story you'd buy your scented candles. But whatever, it's Secret Heart. I kind of dig it, but not too much. It's just kind of there. It's cute. But there's better songs on Poulet, which is Saying Something.
I feel it's one of those songs like, if this is a song that got you into the Monkees and you're like 15 in 1986, this song hits you because it's sounding like all the other songs you liked at that time, and they wiggle their way into that kind of vibe. But again, for me, it kind of represents that time and sound of the 80s, and I'm like, blech. So it's not the song or the band's fault it rates so low. It's a personal opinion of my own. Because even the chorus is kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, word, yep. When Mickey hits the after dark line and he kind of changes it up, that's cool. So, again, it's the sound of the song that, which I guess is what music is, so that doesn't make any sense.
It's a flavor. It's a very sort of NutraSweet kind of artificiality going on. We pulled this back in episode 12, which means it was on the second day of our second weekend of doing this, November 2019. The long, long ago, the before times, about a year from now.
Yeah.
This was also for some reason we got off in a tangent and you sang D.W. Crotchburn.
Was this the birth of D.W. Crotchburn?
This is when you had the whole thing going, yes.
Upon re-listening to it for this countdown, it was kind of like, I don't mind this again. Like, not as much as the countdown indicates. Because there's songs that I do feel belong where they belong. And this one I feel could rise to the top, a little backdoor rise. But we'll see.
So above or below Teeny Tiny Gnome, Paco? I think
I would put this above Teeny Tiny Gnome, to be honest.
Holy jeez, see, I think Teeny Tiny Gnome is going to play a factor in our future countdown placements. Anyway, enough about Secret Heart. It's time to have a laugh. Hear it. Number 8 is Laugh.
Laugh when you lose all your money. Oh, you can't find your shoes to cover your feet.
Sung by Davey, written by The Tokens, and it appeared on More of the Monkeys in 1967. And it was from our second episode. We declared a song with not much to say, nor we about it.
Yes, I remember that.
And we encountered it once or twice on the show. I think it's in the boxing episode.
Mm-hmm.
and we like we said, we don't dig it super much, but there are those that do.
It's a good representation of like the early Monkeys, and I think what the establishment wanted from the Monkeys was songs like this, just bubblegum. Put it out, put on Kellogg's commercials. Who cares? And I think that's what this song represents.
It's a TV pop song.
Yeah.
On a show for the whole family.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a song you'd play in like 1966, and your mom would be like, maybe this rock music isn't so bad.
Exactly.
Don't make me laugh.
Well, yeah, that's all we got to say about that.
All right, let's move on to it's not too late to talk about song number 6.
You don't say. What song is that?
It's not too late. Boom.
It's not too late to turn this ship around, to sail into the wind, my love, before we run aground. It's not
From Justice, written by Davy Jones, sung by Davy Jones. It's Not Too Late, which we pulled episode 19 of Plodcast Valley Sunday. And when we talked about it, you let out a loud P word. And we also talked about the type of opening acts they would have had back in the 90s. Among them, like Metallica, and Tool, just, various contemporaries who were putting out albums. I think we got to that talking about how long the album and the songs were in 96, even on the Justice album compared to other Monkeys albums, because it was the style at the time.
Yeah, all songs were like 4 minutes plus. You make up like 7 minutes on the records, like regular songs. It was kind of interesting.
For real. But this one is kind of like it's not too late, kind of like a celebratory, little churchy kind of song that like we encountered on like Dolenz Jones' Voice and Heart, that kind of vibe, where they're expecting everybody to sing along. And
exactly.
It's down here because it is a little schmish-worthy, I guess.
Yeah, it's a very just breezy song. You know what I mean? It sounds awful, but it's a song. You know what I mean? It's people like arms around each other, swaying. You know what I mean? Like it's a song if you're at a concert and they've had a few drinks and this song comes on and everybody puts their arms around each other, you're going to be into it.
See, this would have been cool on that tour back then. But I'm not sure they ever dusted it off later on in the 21st century tours.
Yeah, exactly. But overall, yeah, I understand where it is, or why it's where it is. But in the right setting, I think this song could really hit the feels for some people. I might not be one of them, but other people.
Yes. So we're taking a brief break here before the top/bottom 5, and we're going to do another modified feature here at Podcast Valley Sunday. Previously, we've talked about how about another band, where we would talk about a band that we would like to see have the Monkees treatment, where they had a show and the tunes and the movie and all that. But today, since we're about halfway through this whole operation, it's time to start thinking of how about another show? Once we run out of monkey stuff to talk about, what would me and Paco do for another podcast? What show would we choose to talk about? Paco, what do you think? If we were to do another show after this, in podcast form, and talk about the episodes like we do, what is your choice for this?
The show I think we would have a lot of fun doing, and one that we know well but not super well, and we could really get into it, would be Welcome Back, Kotter.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out.
I would like to get into.
Wow. I was not expecting that, but that's a great choice, and that's a lot of fun.
I feel it might get samey after a while.
We'd have the note count, the count.
All the jokes he tells his wife about his family. Did I ever tell you about my Uncle Cecil?
We'd have the Gabe Cotta family tree. We got to keep track of.
Yeah. What? When? Where?
How'd that chump become a superstar after,
I know,
after
right?
that role?
Oh my God.
It's unbelievable. So yeah, that's an excellent choice.
Yes.
How many goddamn seasons did they do of that show?
5 or 6.
You know? Those sweat hogs were in high school forever.
That's why they're sweat hogs. They don't get out of high school.
But I got a choice.
Hit me.
And we got access to a bunch of them, but not all of them officially. We can track them down one way or another, I'm sure. But I have to say, The Muppet Show.
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the light. It's time to meet the Muppets on The Muppet Show tonight.
Brilliant and obvious. Yes.
I think it may or may not have been done before, because the Muppets have a pretty massive fan base and quite a web presence too. So I'm pretty sure there's certain shows that have done like monkey stuff. Like if we do the Muppet podcast, I'm going to say monkeys accidentally 1,000 times.
It's called the Monkets.
Monkets. And I think it would be just a lot of fun because it's a funny show and there's tunes. It's no secret I dig the fucking Muppet Show quite a bit. I think that would just be a fun way to go through it. It gives us a good excuse to watch all the entire Muppet Show and talk about it.
No, that's a really great one.
It's something we might do on our own anyway, so might as well make another show.
No, that's a good one. And also just to say in that same vein, there's a lot of information about episodes and things like that to cull through. So yeah, that'd be informative and fun.
For sure.
Well, in the opposite way, let's hit the bottom 5.
Fair enough. Down at number 5, we got It's Nice to Be With You.
And now it's shining through. It's nice to be with you.
Sung by Davey. And I believe this song was just a B-side. Yes, the B-side to D.W. Washburn.
Yoy.
And, you had to be kind of into the Monkees to know about it. I do think it shows up on various best ofs and whatnot because it was a single / B-side. But it's just it's kind of a drag.
Yeah, it's it just doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Again, it's a song that you could kind of put on if you're driving your grandma to the airport or something, and she'd be fine listening to it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And back when we pulled it on episode 26, I think we talked about how it's this, and it's the B-side to D.W. Washburn, and how it was the first single after the show, after they had been going in this wacky psychedelic guitar-based direction, cool trippy lyrics and stuff, and then they dropped this. And they had the momentum to get this thing up to the top 20, but then it just kind of dropped like a donkey down a mine shaft.
Yeah, it just didn't deliver on where they were going or could have gone. It's such an interesting, weird choice to make.
Yeah, maybe it's just the tunes that were done at the time that they had finished up and ready to go, maybe, because it just seems like a weird couple choices.
Yeah.
And it's easy for us to say now that this was a bad choice. But at some point, somebody thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And we respectfully disagree.
Exactly, yes. Yes. Yeah, I don't understand why this was the 1-2 punch to keep the Monkees going after Head or whatever, but there it was.
For real.
So I feel
Yeah.
this song is pretty much in its most appropriate place, I feel.
Yep. I feel you are correct.
Nice. All right, so that brings us now to number 4. And The Girl I Left Behind Me.
Down inside I feel alive, but this time, girl, I won't be back. And years from now I'll turn around and see the girl I left behind me.
Off of Instant Replay.
That's right. And back when we pulled this in episode 24, we referred to it as the song we left behind us.
Pretty much, man, because I don't recall it. It's a song that's had different versions. Like there's a version from like the Headquarters-y kind of era. There's a version from Birds, the Bees, and the Monkees era. And then it eventually popped up on Instant Replay.
And this is a Carol Bayer, Neil Sedaka number, so it's got like Brill building professional songwriting behind it. But it's just, it just doesn't do it for us, dog.
We're really mired now in the mud. But this song is very similar to the last song when you listen to them back to back. And the one thing that maybe it kind of has in the verse, Davey has that kind of moves up. It, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And it has a very, it pumps into like, not a bossa nova kind of thing again, but has this when he busts into the chorus or whatever it is, the pre-chorus.
Yeah. It changes up a little, which is nice.
Yeah. But then when he hits the chorus, like the girl I left behind me, it slows right down. It's like, oh, I thought we were done with this. And it goes right back into that loop again. So, again, it's the song we left behind us. I get it mixed up with Man Without a Dream. I sing The Man Without a Dream to this song. I'm a man without a dream, well, did-a-dee. But that's this song. So
Morrissey's back. Anyway, back to the Monkees.
Bottom 3. This is the podium. We're on the podium right now.
Wow.
The lowest or highest rung on the podium, depending on your perspective of this. We have The Day We Fell in Love.
But you'll understand when I say them to you, 'cause they'll come straight from my heart. On the day we fall in love.
From More of the Monkees. And this barely qualifies as a song, let's be honest.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
There's music in it.
Yes,
and there's a voice over top of the music, but he's not singing.
Not singing.
He's
just talking.
Talking to girls. It's like, I don't even know if this will make it in, but it's like Davey's ushering these girls into like young womanhood with this song. He's helping them along. Yeah, I don't even know.
I picture he's got like a lyrics on a scroll in front of him. Like it's very, very grand. Very. There's beds in the studio. Both kinds of beds.
There's doves flying around. Yeah.
And also,
hey man, I wrote down the stream of consciousness I had, man. Just the way I think, man. What can I say?
No, we can't credit Davey with this. Apparently it was written by Linzer and Randell, living high off the hog off the royalties of this.
Yeah, those creepy pervs.
And again, there's Monkees fans that will celebrate every note that they do or play and say, oh, there's nothing wrong with that song. This is great. It's Davey. It's wonderful. It's sweet. And that's not... that's a yard too far for us, gang. I'm sorry.
No, I can't get behind this song in any way. I feel like it's surprising it isn't last, to be honest, just because it's not even a song. So...
Well,
so
it's more that has to do with the other songs than it has to do with this song.
You're telling me. All right, so here we go. The silver medal goes, and I will always be surprised this isn't winning the gold. I thought as soon as we chose this, in episode 3, we came out swinging. And
first day.
Missing every punch with this song. But, like, I thought it was going to be The Basement forever. Like the sub basement, like the panic room.
For real.
But D.W. Washburn comes flying in with a thump.
D.W. Washburn.
I heard a sweet voice say,
D.W. Washburn.
this is your lucky day.
I don't know what the thought process is. It's a Lieber installer tune, so it's got like, once again, it's a Brill building, top shelf kind of tune, allegedly, in terms of the qualifications of it. But, and of course Mickey sings the shit out of it. It's good, like, performance-wise. But, like we said when we pulled it, the gist of the song is like, homeless person is offered a bath and says no thanks.
the cold
That's what the song is about. And is this good psychedelic rock and roll in 1968? Listener, it is not.
But the crazy thing is with the song, like there are people who really like this song. Like your sister loves this song. Like she loves it.
Yeah.
So the feeling fine, got my wine, gonna fall down the drain.
That's
whatever
probably
yeah.
That says more about my sister than it does about the song.
But in all honesty, I can remember from the very first time hearing it. It's like the last gasp before the fall happens. You know what I mean? And so maybe
Pretty
that's
much,
why
yeah.
it's a bummer. But I just can't. I don't know what it is. But D.W. Crotchburn, not a fan.
But yeah, I think we said all we need to say about D.W. Washburn, which has somehow is not at the bottom, at the top of the bottom.
It's amazing
because it took something real special to get under D.W. Washburn, if you know what I mean.
Coming in with a bullet from Pool It is I'll Love You Forever. Which for this song, it's like, I won't.
You're my first love. You are my last love. You're my forever.
This is the only number one this song will ever hit, I think.
Maybe, man. It's, okay. We've talked about all the Pool It songs have that sound from the 80s, and we're like, we're not into it. But then there was a sound from the 80s that made that sound from the 80s we don't like seem amazing. It was this horrible, ballady electric piano kind of crap. I'm trying to think of another song that it's like that we'd also know from that era. But this song hits that mark with such precision that it's unbelievable to me.
The drill in your tooth is hitting that nerve.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's like they found a new cavity but didn't freeze you on that side. Like, we'll just clean this up. You won't even notice. It's like, bzzz, like, that's what this song makes me feel like.
At the time, when you were trying to figure out, like, who Davey's singing to, I think we concluded that he's probably singing into a mirror, saying, I'll love you forever. Way back in episode 14 of Podcast Valley Sunday.
I did some looking into this song, and apparently this song is about his kids, which is like the only redeeming quality of this song. is making a song for your kids about how much you love them and trying to make it so sweet and of the times. But I'm not one of his kids, and so it misses the mark with me.
Yeah, and like this is kind of became one of his signature tunes in the 80s. There's a clip of him on Sabrina the Teenage Witch playing this song, like on an acoustic guitar. So it's his tune, and it's one of like his tunes. And your version of Davy Jones had the quote on episode 14 that I love the idea of forever, man. He didn't love you forever. He just loves, I love you forever. And we also took issue how the title, the punctuation of the title, I'll is in brackets. It could be just love you forever. But who loves you forever? And they have to indicate I'll love you forever, man.
I put it in brackets, man, 'cause it could be anybody. I'm not saying I'll love you forever, man. Somebody might, you know. So.
Sorry if you misunderstood.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I thought it was clear.
And of course, on our Poulet special, this song owns a special place of that in that set.
And it also goes to show you how some people would have this probably like in their top 20. You know what I mean? Like, and hey, if you love the song, let us know how it hits you and why it hits you that way, because it doesn't hit us this way. And I don't want to poo-poo all over a song, but
for real,
it's just not my cup of tea. Now, ask you, do you think there's any songs that are going to unseat this bottom 5?
As of now, I don't think so.
Yeah, this might be a
maybe we might dig up something that, like from the post-Peter records that we don't listen to much.
Yeah,
or
that we don't see coming.
Maybe something else off of Poulet or Justice that we haven't really touched on yet. But this is down there, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like off the top of my head, like if we hadn't pulled Day We Fall in Love yet, I might have said that. But obviously we dislike that less than some other songs. Obviously.
This is shocking.
But as of now, that's the very bottom of the Rando-matic Countdown, courtesy of the Wool Hat of Mystery.
Fantastic. And so now that we've dealt with the bottom 20, our next episode, we are hitting the top 20, kids.
Oh, boy.
And there's going to be some shuffling around. I think there's going to be some negotiating. We're going to, the top 20 is going to be shifted. And maybe something that's out of the top 20 might make an appearance and push something out of the top 20. So,
oh boy.
Next episode, probably the next 2 episodes are going to be intense and awesome. And we're glad, we're really super glad you stuck with us through the bottom 20, because we know that might have been tricky to deal with at times. And especially if you like love all these songs and we're just tearing them apart, just being awful people.
So stay tuned for the next one where we just might have Porpoise Song versus Moonfire for the top spot.
Oh man, it's like the last 20 minutes of Rocky IV. Yeah, and then really stick around for our middle 20. Just kidding. We're not doing a middle.
The marmalades?
Yeah, the marmalades. The soggy piece of bread in Big Mac.
Oh, man.
Some bites are awesome. Other bites are mushy garbage. So stay tuned for the middle 20.
Oh, boy.
All right.
You have to get Podcast Valley Sunday Premium.
Yeah.
To get the middle 20.
Yeah. PVS Max.
PVS All Access.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jeff, I hope you dug these last 2 episodes. They've been pretty intense and weird. It's been weird going back to these songs.
It was great to also just get back into it and to see you again after this long hiatus. It's been lots of fun.
Yeah.
Always fun to hang out with you, buddy.
Yeah, always is, virtually or in real person, which hasn't happened in a long time.
Been a minute.
But yes, and
Leap Day, I think, was the last time.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, true. Crazy.
In the before times.
Indeed. All right, well, to everybody listening, thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for hanging out through the first season, through all these specials. We've got a few more coming up, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got cool things coming for Podcast Valley Sunday. So, from me, Paco.
And me, Jeff.
Have yourself a monkey's little evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey Monkeys fans! With everything going on with social distancing, Podcast Valley Sunday will be on every 2 weeks. We hope you're staying safe, we hope you're staying at home, and we hope that you're listening to the Monkeys and obviously Podcast Valley Sunday. You can check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. And please, rate us and leave a message. We'd love to hear from you. But, as always, be gentle with us. We're very sensitive.